We've imported our audio and placed it on our timeline, but what we want to do, since we have more than one scene here, is we want to extend this audio so that it will play all the way through without automatically jumping to the next scene. Because if we test the movie right now, by going to Control Test Movie, you'll see that we hear the announcer as it goes right away to the next scene. We want this to stay closed, the curtains, until the audio is finished playing and then jump to the next scene, which is main. So what we need to do is to determine how long this piece of audio lasts. To do that, we're going to click once on the audio in the timeline, and then we're going to come down here. Let me go ahead and collapse this a little bit. So we can see this edit button here in our property inspector. We're going to click right here, and we're going to scrub until we see how long this audio lasts. And as you see here, the waveform ends at about 11 seconds. So we know that we have to look at how long this audio is and then multiply it by the frames per second in our Flash movie. So we have 11.5 seconds of audio times, if you look here under the timeline, you see that we are currently working at 12 frames per second. So we need to calculate that. 11.5 times 12 is 138 frames. So we know that we have to extend this audio for 138 frames. So what we're going to do is going to scrub through the timeline and go to about frame 140. And I'm going to click and drag my mouse down so I can cover all three of these layers. And then we'll press F6. So now we've extended not only the curtains, but also the audio. So now when we test our movie, the audio will play all the way through, and then when it's finished, after 11.5 seconds, the curtains will then open, and then the character will be revealed. Like so. Now, what we're going to do as well, since the character is introduced, is we want to start the applause right before the scene ends. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert a new audio layer. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to type applause. And we're going to insert our applause at about frame 120. So let's go ahead and add a blank keyframe here. And let's go back to our library. And let's import the applause. And you'll find the applause in the voiceover folder. Applause wave. Let's import to library. And we can also create a new folder if we want to in the library called special effects or sound effects. So SFX is what I usually type for sound effects. And we'll go ahead and drag our applause into this folder, and we can also drag it to this frame. And now we have our applause. So when we play the movie back again, you'll hear the applause as the announcer finishes introducing the character.